Okay, so we're just entering Castletown, and here's one of the historical site markers. You can't really read it, it's so faded. So let me just read it to you because it does give a little bit of history. Castletown is located on private lands. All right. This interpretive sign located on County Road, courtesy of Forest Service, Marr County, and landowner, approximately 1.5 miles to National Forest lands. This road was the main street of Castle, incorporated in 1891 with a population of about 1,500 people. The first mine registered was the North Carolina mine in 1884. In the next 7 years, 991 claims were located. The rock basement is the remains of Baker's General Store. So that would be right there. And the post office. Berg's Meat Market and Kids Furniture Store were across the street on the far hillside with the mini sporting house. Well, sporting took on a whole new meaning back then. The Silver Panic of 1893 caused the town to die a rapid death. Yeah, that's when they eliminated the silver backing, and that's when the big gold rush took place. So I believe then the currency was backed by the gold standard. So there's that old post office site, and there's another building down there. Okay, so I'm gonna head up this hill, and just over it should be most of the buildings from Castletown, where the big mining thing was. There was a lot of activity. At one point there were actually 2,000 people living up here. So let's just walk on up here. It's been about 10 years since I've been up here. A lot of the buildings were not in real good shape, and it'll be interesting to see the changes. There's a lot of buildings. You actually have to have special permission to come on the property, so make sure you check that out if you do come up here. All the wildflowers. These are camas coming up here, and actually there's two kinds of camas. They aren't in flower right now, or in bloom, but you can eat the roots, and of course the Indians collected those a lot, but there's two kinds. One is deadly and one is edible. So I wouldn't advise eating the roots unless you know which ones are edible. All right, so what's that beeping noise? Oh, hear that? That's a pika. Might even see one. Wow, it's just a beautiful day. Look at the sky. We call that bluebird sky. Yeah, that noise you hear, beep, is pika. I thought it was something electronic from my phone. Well, I don't know if you know this or not, but one of the most famous characters from this town was Calamity Jane. Yeah, she decided she was going to be a civil person and not get into trouble anymore. Well, that didn't last too long. She ended up getting a bunch of horses from somebody and not paying. So after that, then she went on to Virginia City. We'll get some close-ups here of these buildings. Yeah, somebody's living in here. Oh. It could be their nest. Yeah, there's all kinds of nests up in there. For the time, back in the 1880s, 1890s, these are actually huge buildings. Look at how these trees have grown. So here's a view. That it's just an old building sitting all by itself. just think this foundation was over like 130 years old or more. Hi, Lucky. Oh, I think I finally spotted him. The rock chuck. Not real happy about me being here. See him? Mm-hmm. He's looking at us like I'm looking at him. Like, what are you guys doing? So this isn't very tall. The doorway is only like about 5 feet, so I'm not sure what that building was used for. Here's a big building here. I kind of have a feeling this might have been one of the bars or a dance hall. I don't know why I say that, but I just sort of had that feeling. So we'll go check that one out. I think there's another rock chuck over here. There must be quite a lot of them. Looks really nice now, but oh, in the winter, I can't imagine how cold it must have been. Yeah, I imagine there were a lot more buildings up in here. I don't know how many buildings there were in its heyday. There's another one back there. And then the road that we came on is there. And one of the problems this town had, obviously the biggest problem was the demise of silver back in 1891, 93. But they had to travel the ore 100 miles to get it processed. So it was very expensive to do that and difficult to do. So there were a lot of reasons this town didn't last very long. Didn't last very long at all, actually. All right, so this is the building I think might have been a dance hall. Maybe we can tell by the size of some of the rooms. Oh, wow. Look at that upstairs room. You can only imagine what went on up in there. And then here's the downstairs. Let's go check it out. You know, when you see these bars and stuff in the movies, they always look so big. All right, there's somebody living in here. Oh, cool. Here's the stairs to that room I just showed you, and that's where that room is, right up there. And look at the bay window they have in there. That's pretty fancy construction. And you don't see this lath and plaster much anymore because people can just buy plaster board. But this is how they used to finish off the walls. They'd have to put all that lath up, and then they'd put the plaster or cement in between and muck it up. This building is actually in fairly good shape. Okay, let's check out this. Well, it's unfortunate that people have to deface it with graffiti, which I won't show. But that's why they just don't want anybody walking up here. in here because I saw that rock wall in there when we first came in, and there might be some other structures too. Plus, it's just such a nice day. I'd like to check it out. I'm a little nervous because there could be bears, could be snakes, but I'm prepared for that. That's right. I got my snake boots on. I'm not real prepared for bears. All right, let's go see if we can find that rock wall through here. Oh, there are some other structures in here too. Yeah, there are other structures in here too, so we'll check those out. In a couple, well, probably this week, there's going to be all kinds of wildflowers blooming. Oh, let me just switch this around. There's all these blue ones. I think those are like bluebells. Oh, there we are. There's lots of those. Some of the hillsides are just covered with them. And of course the dandelions are everywhere, which are the bees and the birds' first food source. Alright, so right in here you can see in between the trees there's something, so let's go see what that's all about. Pretty sure what happened with a lot of these old buildings where you don't even see the leftover structures, they'd fall down and people used to come up here and camp or need firewood. Look at that. Wow. Nothing lasts forever. It's not so windy today, so the nature sounds are real. Well, I'm going to get a little closer to this and then walk downhill. Just kind of interested to see this structure. Lots of raspberry bushes in here. Oh, wow. Oh yeah, there's remnants of more buildings in through there. Okay, I think I see that other building back in there. You can see behind me where we just were. Got that one building. Even though I got tall boots on, you never know what could be lurking. Okay, we are going to be headed right in there. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around because there's a whole bunch of flora on the forest floor. They are everywhere. Oh, look. Here's a piece of pottery. How about that? Okay, you're probably not so interested in flowers. You probably want to see this old building. And there it is. But that's not exactly the one I was looking for, because there was a stone wall. Oh, look at the tree. Fell right over it. Okay, I'm going to go through these trees. No, I guess I'll go down here through these aspens. Oh, look at that. There's some dill. Probably left over in somebody's garden. Oh, there's some, I think that's wild honeysuckle. And these are wild roses. I know that. I still don't know where that rock foundation is. I may have to just find the road and then backtrack. There's lots of moss hanging on these trees. So, it doesn't mean there's a lot of moisture around here. Oh, okay. So, the road is just down there, and actually way back there, you can see another structure. Well, this is kind of a fun tour. All right, let me flip this around as I head down to the road. Okay, finally, I can just barely see that rock foundation I was looking for. I'm walking right into the sun, so I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but you can come on along and check it out with me. Because this is a beautiful time to be in the mountains. Here's a pretty well-worn game trail. There's a lot of deer up here. They're mule deers. So they're a lot bigger than the ones we have around our house. There's some more stone foundation. I'm on top, standing on top of this building that has caved in. The foundation caved in. It's right close to the one we're headed toward. Oh yeah, there's that one we're headed toward. That's cool. Love that stonework. Here's a nice grouping of wildflowers just off the game trail. I'm going to take this game trail for a little bit. Ah, look. Nice big bumblebee in there. Okay, follow this game trail. Ah, okay, here we go. Gosh, that's quite a large stone wall. And this part all falling down. I'm going to see if I can walk around this safely without getting myself in trouble. There's a lot of big holes in here, but I just kind of want you to be able to see how tall that is and what a great foundation. I think I might be able to research that and find out what that building was. Oh, ouch. Those raspberry bushes are a little prickly. Here's the old road going up here. Wow, look at that. Welcome. Well, with that spectacular building, I think we're going to just conclude our tour of Castletown. I hope you enjoyed it. And stay tuned for our next adventure. Travels with Lucky here.